Huh. What? Huh. What? Huh. What? Yeah. What? What? Huh. 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 What? What? Yeah. What? What's up? Yo, what is up? So I recently decided to make the switch from headphones to IEM, in-ear monitors, right? I don't know, right? Yeah, that's what they're called. And I'm pretty glad I did, because it's been a good experience. I want to talk a little bit about that and share my experience with you. Maybe it'll help you make a similar decision or decide between which earbuds you're looking at. I tested two different ones. I'm holding one of them right here, the JVC HA-FDX1 dual carbon, right? Right, yep, that's right. That's what they're called. So, what do we talk about first? Let's start with sound. I feel like sound is most important, and then I'll get into a little bit about the build quality, the design, how I comfort, how I like the look, things like that. So first off, I've been using the Sennheiser HD6XX for about 3 years, and I love them. They're great. They're light. They sound better than all the gaming headsets that I had before, and they've done really well for me. Yeah, I like them. I like them a lot. But I was getting tired of the mark and the indents on the top of my head and in my hair, but mostly my head. It was just like starting to hurt and it was uncomfortable. It felt weird. My head, the shape of my head was changing because I used them so much. And I got sick of wearing them for the majority of the day. So I thought, you know what? There are some cool earbuds out there. Why not see what's available? These were one of them, but I was like, okay, on drop, these are $250. That's a little more than I want to spend. I don't know that I'm going to main earbuds. I'll probably still use my headphones, but let me tell you, after using these, I primarily use these. Okay, but before I bought those, because they're cheaper, I bought the Moondrop. Focus. I don't know if that camera is going to focus, but Moondrop is the name of the company that makes these, and they're called the Starfield. They're very pretty, and they have a great design. I'll talk a little bit about that more. But first, sound. So switching from these to these was not a great experience. Yeah, sound-wise. Comfort-wise, these are very comfortable. But sound-wise, I was pretty unimpressed, underwhelmed. The reason why is, and I knew this, I had done a little bit of research, and I've heard people say that they're vanilla. They're very basic. The sound is very basic, very generic sound. It's good quality, but it doesn't have any color or pop to it. Whereas with these, you get some bass, you get some pop, you get some life. And then with these, the JVC ones, they kind of hit the nail on the head for me. I like bass. I mainly use all of this for gaming. I don't really listen to a whole lot of music, and I'm not that critical of how music sounds. But I'm much more critical of how a game sounds, especially when I'm really used to how it sounded on one device. And so I had gotten really used to certain abilities sounding a certain way. And so when I switched from this, having some bass, to these that have like no bass and the sounds are just kind of like flat, I wasn't too impressed. Listening to music on these though, on the Starfield, yeah, totally chill. But I'm not like, when it comes to music, I'm not bass hungry. Like I don't go crazy for bass. I like it, but not too much. So, I mean, yeah, these, okay. So all right. So I was using these, okay? Went from these to these, flat. Then I went from these to these. And that was like, boom, all right, I found it. I got what I want. Then going from these, when my ears get tired of wearing these, I switch back to these, and that's weird. That's really, really weird. Okay, because these are much more like muffled. Yeah, almost like you're listening through, I guess, padding, maybe it's just the padding. Like these go directly into your ear canal, like, so they're in your ear, and the sound is so crisp and clean and pure, I guess, that it's like when I switch back to these now from the JVCs, it's almost uncomfortable because I'm getting used to, and when I've been wearing these for a while, I get really used to this very vivid sound experience. And then this is like listening to somebody talk through a cup, or whatever, talk through, like, I don't know, something that makes the sound very muffled. It's just like you're in a submarine or in a tank or something, or you're listening to someone like talk underwater. I mean, it's not that bad, right? And once I've switched to these from these, and I've worn these for a little while, it's fine. And I like to use these still from time to time because I get sick of wearing the earbuds. But I mean, that's really it, to be honest. Like, oh, so I mean, that's sound-wise, and I hope that's enough information for you, and I hope I'm not like, sounding like a fanboy for these. I just really like them. And, the other options are great, right? Especially if you're coming from something of lesser quality. Like it's going to sound like an upgrade to go for something like the Starfield. And if you want just more of a vanilla sound, like once I've been wearing these for a little while, you get used to them. You get used to whatever you're listening to. So it doesn't matter. I mean, one thing that I hear people talking about in sound and listening is fatigue. Like how much do they fatigue your ears and your head, your body? And these might be more comfortable to listen to for longer periods of time. And they're probably also safer for your ear health, your eardrum health. So, okay. Which ones are most comfortable? I mean, obviously, I already mentioned how these become uncomfortable, but yes, they're very light and they're nice to wear, but the top of the head gets uncomfortable after a while. Also, wearing these with glasses, like my Gunner glasses that I'll put on when my eyes start to hurt, it's kind of uncomfortable, right? Because they go under and then they're pressing into your head. So wearing these with these for a while can be uncomfortable. But earbuds, you kind of eliminate that problem, right? Because when you have this in, it's backwards. Okay, so when you have this in and then you put these on, right? There's no problem there. Okay, but the design of these, okay, people say these are heavy. And yeah, they are heavy, but when you put them over your ear like this, it's not too bad. And as long as you get the angle right, where this is angled into your ear, they stay in pretty well. But I don't feel like they're designed for over the ear. Whereas the Starfields are surely designed for over the ear, right? Because you have this plastic sleeve that's trained the wire to hang over your ear, and then they're shaped to fit inside your ear, right? So when I put this in, it's very comfortable. It's designed to go in my ear. So I would love the sound quality of these with the design of these. That's really it. The only other thing to mention is the JVCs. So the carbon JVCs, they come with some cool options. I mean, they come with this little case. I like the Moondrop case more, to be honest, but this works for their function because you got this little thing that slides in here, right? So that goes inside there. And should be a model, right? Oh, just kidding. Why not? You know, why not? Okay. But what's cool is these come with some options, right? So you get your, what do you even call those things? Pads, gummies, ear thingies. So you get your cushions, right? You get your different size cushions, which is nice. But then you also get these filters. So you have, come on, focus. Focus. I don't know if it's gonna focus. I'll include some pictures, some nice pictures. But you get green, white, and blue. I'm using the blue ones. Those sound the best to me. Trying to remember. It's been a little while since I switched them. I think I was using white. Shoot, was I using white or green? Oh no, I can't remember. I can't remember. One of them was too much. I can't remember if it was the green or the white, but one of them was like too rich for me. Like the sound was too rich. I'm sorry, I can't remember. But if you buy them, you can test it out for yourself. One of them was too rich, and the blue seemed like a happy medium. Yeah. I always want to say more, but there's nothing more to say. Like, that's it. You know, it's pretty simple stuff. Pretty simple stuff. And because I have these and I tested them out for my personal use, I wanted to share that experience, and hopefully that helps you decide what you want to do with your life. I also have these hooked up to a Nice Thx headphone amp with a good balanced XLR DAC. So I am doing that whole thing. And I have some footage of a blind test with different amplifiers, headphone amplifiers, and these that I want to edit and upload as well. So hopefully I'll release that. It's not easy making these videos. Now when I hear people say that, I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it. Like, it's a lot of work, and you know, ideally you want to get it right the first time, but if you don't, you have to edit it. And I mean, if you want to make your video better, then you're going to want to edit it no matter what. So I personally am overwhelmed by how much work it is. So I'm trying to make this as simple as possible for me. And talking is pretty simple. So I'm probably not going to do much more than that. The thing about headphones is, like, it's pretty subjective, right? Like, I can't really show you how they sound. And I mean, I guess you can get devices that measure different things, but really it's like, what do you prefer, you know? So you just have to experience it for yourself. And that's my personal experience with these. Will probably be different for other people. It seems to line up with what other people are saying, so there might be some value there. But yeah, hopefully that's helpful. I'm actually looking at Drop's website right now to see if I can find. There was one guy who left a really good review of the JVCs, the carbons, on Drop's website, and explained the the different color filters a little bit, and that helped me mess around with it. But really just try it for yourself, see how it sounds, what you like, and have fun. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye now.